On Wall Street, the price of oil-fired energy was a rebound higher. Energy was late, leading 8 of the S&P 500 sectors. Communications services and information technology were lower. VIX fell 4% to just below 21. Some concerns about U.S. regional banks were eased with the initial citizens agreeing to buy Silicon Valley Bank. JP Morgan 2.9%, Goldman 2.1%, BofA 5%, Wells Fargo 3.4%. Morgan Stanley's top U.S. capitalist, Michael Wilson, echoed his cautionary stance. Given the events of the past few weeks, we think that guidance seems increasingly unrealistic, and equity markets are more likely to be pricing in forecasts much lower before any difficult data changes. That's how bear markets end, that is, PE multiples drop quickly and unexpectedly, catching many investors on the watch. The poor performance of small caps and low-end stocks lately suggests that this may be imminent. In contrast, though a little more cautious, Fundstrat Global's Tom Lee said he is still optimistic for US equities. It's important to appreciate that you're positioned for negative emotion. Today's agenda: local February retail sales at 11:30 AEDT, overseas data UK nationwide house prices in March, US January FHFA home prices, and S&P CoreLogic CS home prices. March Richmond Fed Index and Consumer Confidence Index. Other top stories: Greens back after losing gas. Labor's carbon plan. Gas investments is forced to spend nearly $60 billion in gas investments, billions on offsets and carbon capture technology under a landmark working agreement with the Greens. Origin CEO Frank Calabria said the $18.7 billion deal with Brookfield's takeover of Origin to friend to billions of energy transitions is a huge result for shareholders, customers and employees. NSW workers winning. Wage unions versus country unions heralded a new dawn for wage negotiations after Labor's victory in NSW, and a key credit rating agency has warned of knockout implications for other states. For NDIS $5.7 billion budget boom, nearly 200 people attend NDIS every day, making program one of fastest growing areas of government spending. Market highlights: ASX futures up 29 points, or 0.41%, to 7,021, at 0600 AUD, 0.1% to 66.47 US cents. Bitcoin minus 2.8, $27,083 to $27,083 AEDT, at 3 p.m. on Wall St. Dow 1% S&P 0.7%, Nasdaq 0.1% in New York, BHP 0.5%, Rio 1%. Atlassian 0.9%, Tesla 1.3%, Apple minus 0.9%, Alphabet minus 2.4% in Europe. Stocks 500.8%, FTSE 0.9%, CAC 0.9%, DAX 1.1%, 1.4% at 1.39 in New York, minus negative $1,951.50 ounce. Brent crude plus 3.9% to $77.92 a barrel. Iron ore 0.5% to $118.85 a ton. 10-year return: USA 3.52%, Australia 3.19%, Germany 2.22%, United States of America. US regulators said regional lender First Citizens Bancshares would buy the failed Silicon Valley Bank in a deal for an estimated $20 billion hit on a state-run insurance fund. Initial Citizens will receive Silicon Valley Bank's assets of $110 billion, $56 billion in deposits, and $72 billion in loans as part of the deal. The FDIC said the $72 billion purchase of SVB's assets was at a $16.5 billion discount. Bank of America has named Jill Schwartz co-chair of Global Financial Sponsors, replacing Kevin Sherlock. Schwartz will also continue as Executive Vice President of Global Corporate and Investment Banking, according to staff from Thomas Sheehan, the lender's head of global investment banking. European stocks climbed Monday as they returned to the markets after a week of turbulence over concerns over banking sector stability. The Pan-European Stoxx 600 index is up 1.1%, with investors taking comfort in the news that First Citizens Bank shares will receive deposits and loans from Silicon Valley Bank. European banks were up 1.4% after falling 3.8% on Friday when Deutsche Bank made a dent in the industry. Shares of this German lender rose 6.2% after rolling 8.5% on Friday. Shares of Swiss bank UBS, which took over Credit Suisse in a bailout deal last week, rose 1.1%. Credit Suisse, Swiss financial regulator FINMA, said over the weekend it was considering whether to take disciplinary action against the bank. Healthcare stocks are Europe's top earners, up 1.9%. It rose 7.7% after Novartis showed that Swiss drug makers Kisqali breast cancer drug reduced the risk of recurrence in women diagnosed at an early stage.